Okay, so I guess this should be working. Encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or using a faster encoding preset. So that's my problem. But am I back? Is my OBS working again? The problem, basically, the problem was that everything crashed and I had to restart my computer, and then I had to reconfigure OBS from scratch because I had to reinstall it because it somehow managed to break its own configuration and settings and stuff. So that was fun. And right now it's just that encoding is overloaded, but that's always overloaded and it's always having problems. So yeah, I hope I'm back. Please tell me in the chat room if I'm back, and let's go see if we can help Katra Walker get this thing working with the, what's it called? D3 black box stuff. So we've got D3 black box stuff. I don't want notifications from that. She's saying that G transform translate undefined undefined. Aha! I know exactly what the problem is. So here where you go to, where is it? Actually, let's see. Div class disable SVG width 1980 height 1080. I think the problem is that those widths and heights are undefined in here. Where are we? Width and height, width and height, width and height. Here. Let's see. Width divided by 2. Yo, yo, yo. Yes, I am indeed a hacker. How did you guess? You are great guessing these things. Let's try console logging this thing here. Console log. Wow, come on, computer, you can copy paste. Let's see. Go in there, bird. Come on, unterminated. Oh, string constant. Come on. Okay, console, translate 480 to 50. That works for me. And this whole thing just crashed. Wow. So yeah, Katra Walker, it seems like div class app SVG with, so what is rendering that SVG? Let's see. Oh, I think I know what's going on. Ow, bird, come on. Stop scratching me. Come on. Index.js. So here where you're rendering donut chart, you gotta pass in a width and a height, I think. Because you're using them. Where's my console log? Oh, come on, computer. This is very frustrating. Okay, so if we go down here where the D3 black box is, okay, so this is the old D3 black box version. Well, not the old version, but basically the problem is that you're not passing in a width and a height. So if we go here, index.js, you gotta pass in a, not a width and a height, an x and a y. X equals 0 and y equals 0, because you can move this to, let's say, 100 and 100, and it's going to move the entire thing a little bit. See? I can move the whole where the black box thing renders. So that's what you're missing. That's what's undefined. Katra Walker, go in your donut chart or whatever you're using and define X and Y positions, and that stuff is not going to be undefined. So now that I've got that, how do I make it so that this doesn't crash? And wow, VS Code just, yes, here where you said the stuff is undefined, go just define X and Y wherever you're using D3 black box. The component that's using it should have an X and Y prop defined. So this thing here. Yeah. I can't see exactly what you're doing, but it's basically this part that's missing. No, Catra Walker, just never mind. Okay, now let's go back to our WordPress thing. Oh, computer, why are you like this? Let's see. So I was doing the WordPress to Markdown thing here. WordPress to Markdown. How do I limit how many? I know what I can do. I'm going to use write file sync. Convert.js. Come on, convert.js, open. I don't think I can work like this. Like, I don't know if you guys can see this, but my computer is painfully slow right now. It's just horrible. Fs promises write file sync. So then we don't really even have to await, we can just write it. And where we are doing download file, where are we calling that? Download file. So download file is now so the Mac, when the Mac Pro is coming, I haven't bought one yet, but I'm going to see. I'm going to Europe next week, and then when I come back from Europe, I'm probably going to go straight to the Apple Store and buy a better computer. I might end up just getting an iMac Pro, not a Mac Pro, because it turns out that I looked at the prices wrong, and Mac Pros are in fact more expensive than iMac Pros. So what I'm gonna do now, Code Hipster Golfer Alan asks if I am a code hipster that lives in a shoebox apartment. It really depends by what you mean. I mean, I live in a bigger apartment with my girlfriend than the apartment I grew up in, where there were 3 of us. So no, I don't live in a shoebox apartment. But if you're the typical American with honestly absurd ideas of what it means to have enough space, then yes, I live in a shoebox apartment. So really it depends. If you're a douchebag American, yes, I live in a shoebox apartment. If you're a normal human, no, I live in a pretty spacious apartment. So it's totally up to what kind of expectations you have. So let's see, node convert.js. I'm going to just call it again and hope for the best now that it's not doing stuff in parallel. So let's see what happens. Let's see if it breaks everything again, or will it actually manage to work? No? Did it already crash? Aha, there we go. So it was processing. Okay, so it's passing on everything. Why is it passing on everything? Get status. Let's remove this everything that we had. Yes, yes. And then let's see. Fs write file. Cool. Let's try running that again. Catra Walker, what do you mean? Come on, please, what? Let's see if this works. Okay, passing. Why is it still saying passing? Passing to. Oh, because it's not a JPEG, PNG, or PNG. Whoa, okay. Downloading errors. Why is everything erroring out? Oh, write file sync is not a function. Catra Walker, I already answered your question. I told you exactly what you need to do. I repeated it 10 times. Scroll back in the stream if you didn't see it. Let's see. Yeah, Mac Mini might be a good idea actually, but I think it's gonna have the same problem as this thing has with heat management. PNG, JPEG, PNG, GIF. I can totally download GIFs. I can also download JPEGs. JPEG. Okay. So fs write file sync. Write file sync. That's the one I'm gonna use. And it's just in fs, not in fs promises. So write file sync fs. Let's try that again. rm everything. Yes, no. Yes, yes. And then we run node convert and let's see what happens. So it's gonna start by parsing everything. Right? I think so. And then what happens next? Passing on that, yeah. Image source, post slug, the Big Mac index. Aha, okay, now it's making requests. Let's say it can make any request for 30 minutes. And fingers crossed it doesn't break my computer again. ImageZamantha.com is not found. Does that really not exist anymore? Okay, allow. So that is all failing. That's one of the problems with me not... Okay, I'm getting a lot of 404s because, let's see, because I am using external files that just don't exist anymore. Yay! But other than that, it was working. So now I have to run it again because I stopped it. Yes, yes. Okay, node convert.js. Let's see if that works. And I am already over my... I'm kind of over my time box for live coding today, so I might have to continue tomorrow evening. But we've got the export pretty much working. Now it's just a matter of figuring out what to do about files that just don't exist anymore. I don't so look, what did you solve? Or I'm confused. It's getting late. So yeah, I think write file sync solved it for in terms of